pay-per-view. Hope you ready and excited as I am as we start off tonight's show with the Super Sweatweight for the Intercontinental Championship between, well, the challengers, the legendary Booker T and the upcoming uprising star in LA Knight against the champion King Corbin. And it could be a bang of a bout, and let's don't forget how it all came together. I mean, 4 weeks ago on SmackDown, there was a battle royal to crown the new champion because Intercontinental Champion Kalisto was traded to Monday Night Raw to be with the rest of his Lucha family. Well, King Corbin won the battle royal, lastly eliminating LA Knight. And then in the following week, in the 5-star bang of a bout, King Corbin retained his title successfully against Kalisto, the former champ. And well, while doing so, the following week, Booker T became #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship by winning a huge battle royal in a shocking turn of events. I mean, a legend winning battle royal, become #1 contender is rare to see in the WWE, and especially these days, and was a huge shocker. But later the same night, LA Knight successfully defeated the champion King Corbin in a no title match, and so LA Knight also got the title opportunity so on his hands. And well, that's not all of it, of course, because earlier this week it was King Corbin tried to ambush LA Knight this Friday on SmackDown, and it backfired on him. LA Knight retaliated and successfully defended himself against King Corbin. And well, that's not all of it. Later that night, our Intercontinental Champion King Corbin had to step up in in-ring action against the other challenger, Booker T. And despite the controversial finish, and despite surviving 3 X kicks, in the end it was Booker T standing tall over our champion King Corbin after a force X kick. So yeah, that's how it went to this point. And now let's see what we can do here, what all 3 of them can do here tonight, and who will walk out as Intercontinental Champion in our first contest of the night. And I hope you're ready, because at night 2 we have the Royal Rumble matches from both men and women perspective, and some bangers also following on both nights. So hopefully we start with one as well. So let's get onto it, because I'm so excited. I can't wait to at night 2 to find out who will be the winners of both Rumble matches. As there's LA Knight making us down to the ring to standing ovation from the crowd.
Introducing the challenger from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 240 pounds, LA Knight.
Think about what LA Knight has accomplished so far. He actually won the $1 Million Championship in NXT and earned the stamp of approval of WWE Hall of Famer Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, and guess which one of those things LA Knight got rid of? The man doesn't need anyone's approval, millionaire or not.
Yeah, you might be right on that one, Corey.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Byron, you make even Booker T. And introducing the challenger from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 251 pounds, Booker T.
I hope everybody has the drinks ready, because this could be a good one. There comes the legendary Booker T, 2-time Hall of Famer, 5-time world champion, and Also a couple of Intercontinental Championships on the way in his legendary career. United States Championship as well. Tag team titles also. That's how impressive this man is.
I hope he wins so he can do that spinner-rooney. Think about everything Booker T has accomplished. 15-time
Yeah, maybe so. If he wins, he could do the spinner-rooney here tonight
WCW competitor with similar WWE
in San Antonio, Texas.
For every year you've been alive, Saxton.
As there comes the champ. As Booker T is ready. Hopefully LA Knight as well. As there comes the king.
Baby, let the good times roll.
I'm not talking about AM.
I figured you'd like this goof. You probably laugh at all his jokes, too. He doesn't have to rub it in our face. And introducing the champion, from Kansas City, weighing in at 275 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, King Corbin!
There comes the king, the Intercontinental Champion.
I don't get it.
Corbin's tough to beat, and Michael might be right that he doesn't have to rub it on our face, but that's has a different opinion on that, and you don't have to like or King Corbin or his attitude, but his in-ring work is a whole different story. Very impressive, very tough to beat, and let's see if someone can take the Intercontinental Championship away from him, or if he retains it tonight.
Won the Money in the Bank ladder match. Former boxing champion.
Yeah, that's true. He won Money in the Bank once and came close of becoming world champion. Former United States champion. One-time United States champion, I mean, and also one-time Intercontinental champion. That's the belt that it's all
The Intercontinental
for.
Championship, one of the most coveted titles in all of WWE.
Yeah, that's true. The IC title, I mean, what careers it made. The legendary Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, what their careers had. As King Corbin attacked Booker T with a clothesline, as LA Knight celebrating himself, as King Corbin tried to chokeslam Booker T, but Booker T was ready for it, and now as a ganging up on Corbin, that's where your attitude can put you in the situation. And huge slam from LA Knight, elbow drop as well, as Booker T celebrating him at the audience. It's Greenwood moonsault from LA Knight, goes on the cover early, but Booker T breaking things up. Kick to the midsection. Reversal from LA Knight, lifting Booker T up. And face first against the ropes goes Booker T. Hope he's alright after that snake, guys. What a swinging neck breaker there. And the punches from LA Knight. As Booker T celebrating himself, but LA Knight make him twirl off the corner, but from behind it was King Corbin with the neck breaker. Now Booker T lifting the king up and throw him out like trash. But that's our Intercontinental Champion, and isn't trash. Now Booker T lifting up LA Knight. And from the top, a huge splash. King Corbin breaks things up. Huge right hook from King Corbin there. Kick to the midsection of Booker T. At Booker T with the reverse. King Corbin running himself against Booker T. Right hook and strike there. LA Knight lifting him up. As first goes King Corbin against the ropes, huge stomp there from LA Knight. King Corbin grabbed the legs of LA Knight. The wagging screw. Neckbreaker from Booker T. Neckbreaker from King. Corbin. Whoa, what the scissors kicks will it be enough though? 1, 2, he got him. No, he didn't. King Corbin stays alive, but wow, out of nowhere, Booker T struck right there, and now King Corbin kick to Booker's splash zone, followed up with a big white hook as LA Knight warning the King and just slam him down with a huge scoop slam. Booker T talking some trash of his own, but also defending himself against King Corbin. Yeah, the King now swinging neckbreaker from LA Knight. Which punches from LA Knight. Uppercut as well, as he's not scared of anyone. Especially not of Intercontinental Champion, who's have to defend himself this week. On SmackDown, LA Knight BFT will be enough to put Booker away. Can come out of the vacation. 1, 2. Can this be? No, it's not. But almost got him. Almost won the title without the champion being immortal. As King Corbin taking down Booker T. And Corbin got LA Knight in the corner. So how did LA Knight collapse now? The King with punches to Booker T. Busting him open. LA Knight got some knees, got lifted up in the air and slammed down with the brainbuster from the King. Corbin, huge combo there from the King. Which right hook there. Give him another one as well. As the King potentially looking at the end of days, but LA Knight was ready for it. Whatever King Corbin had in store. Huge right hook. As LA Knight lifting up Corbin. Where does he took the power from to lift him up? Beyond me. Went down with the neck breaker. As Booker T gets a second PFT, but King Corbin is there. LA Knight didn't realize. King Corbin breaking things up before could any possibly risk of losing the title. Huge choke slam. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, as Booker T tried to go for the X kick perhaps, but King Corbin just sidestepped and looking for a choke slam. Yet again, Booker T was ready for the King's choke slam. And now he got the X kick. LA Knight out of the occasion. Will this be enough to put the King away? And when the title goes in the cover 1, LA Knight breaks things up. And before the 2 count. Wow. What drama this one so far. LA Knight picking up Booker T and Snake as in the corner. As King Corbin takes advantage of the situation. That's our Intercontinental Champion, SmackDown Intercontinental Champion right there. Face first goal, LA Knight up and down. X kick from Booker T. First kick from Booker T. Knight failed to connect. And now Booker T stomped to the arm of LA Knight there. It's King Corbin grabbing the official then because he feared that there was a cover made. As now Booker T up and down goes Corbin with the power slam. And now LA Knight separated himself, and this time it's Booker T for early in the match. Got him down. Tripping, and now got the scissors kick. Scissors kick will be enough to put LA Knight away and win the title. But their hands under the rope, and the ref saw it. Luckily the ref saw it, like on SmackDown in the match with Booker T and King Corbin, where we still don't know if King Corbin's hand was on the rope or not. As face first goes LA Knight in the corner, maybe he's busted open. That exchange is now. LA Knight retaliates, but he's busted open as King Corbin tossing out the legend, the trash in his mind. And now looking for a power bomb perhaps on LA Knight. Can he does it? Nope, not a power bomb. That face first goes and now down to the ground on his already busted open faces. Booker T back in the matchup. King Corbin put him down to the ground immediately. And one signal there from the King. Which moves there from the King. Huge big boot to follow it all up. Which lefts and rights there. It's almost nasty. Elbow drop to LA Knight as well by the King. Which close in from Corbin. Finds his mark as well. Which elbow to the torso. Booker T still on the outside. It's King Corbin. Some tumpish, but like on SmackDown earlier this week, LA Knight defended himself. But it's relaxing in the corner, LA Knight. Huge sidewalk slam to King Corbin. Booker T, huge elbows and punches and kick. Looking for another X kick. But yet again near the ropes, but will it be enough? This time, goes on the cover the ropes, yet again saving LA Knight there. As Booker T not done yet, going for the top rope. And that's good that he stays, that he's not discussion with the ref, that he stay on the offensive. That's very good from the legend, that's the experience. But he missed with the splash though. That's why not potentially why he's not a high flyer. Slamming LA Knight in the corner, but the King is back in action. The champ is back. Which power bomb into a choke slam from King Corbin, but Booker T so tough he stays up immediately. Until Corbin punch him one. One for LA Knight as well. But elbow reversal there from LA Knight, from busted open LA Knight. Slamming Corbin up and down. Corbin out of the ring. LA Knight focusing on Booker T with the neck breaker. And if he realized that King Corbin is back in the ring and celebrating himself, huge punches from LA Knight on Booker T. But from behind, King Corbin, our Intercontinental Champion, slamming down LA Knight with force. So now King Corbin up scared of Booker T. Which punches and kicks there from Booker T. Another scissors kick. Will this be enough? Goes on the cover. 1, 2, 3. Got him almost, but somehow, some way King Corbin kicked out, and Knight had no chance of interference. As yet again looking for an X kick, and he delivers. Will this be enough for a new champion? 1, 2, sweetest. Booker T wins it. Wow, what a shocker here tonight. I mean, we not often see legends return and become champion, but tonight is the night, guys. And not LA's, unfortunately for him. We see some highlights, some big kicks there from Booker T, even though some camera work is questionable. What a match and what a new champ. We already can won a new champion, but he's busted open like LA Knight. I didn't see it doing the matchup, but that's how it goes. And let's see what the next match has in store, because it's a heated one. It's for the NXT UK European Championship between the champion Swerve and his challenger Andy. And wow, where do we start with the story in this one? It started 4 weeks ago, you can't say technically, because Swerve, after some trash talk on social media, Swerve faced off against D-Brian Kendrick. D-Brian Kendrick tried to attack Swerve before the match even started, and it gave him an advantage over NXT UK's European champion. But in the end, it was the champ prevailing over a good performance from D-Brian Kendrick. And the following week, Swerve got attacked and got ambushed in the backstage area, and a boot assault from Andy on him. And then it was Andy's time to have his Royal Rumble qualifier match against A-Kid. And well, it was looking good for Andy against a tough opponent in A-Kid, because A-Kid, well, he proved himself in that match, and it got back and forth. Andy then had the cuts in his corner, but it was Swerve getting some revenge by costing Andy the matchup with a well-timed distraction. And well, Andy's not in the Royal Rumble. A-Kid would have been in the Royal Rumble, technically. But let's finish with the story first. It then goes to Swerve later that the following week had a match of Andy, which was 2 weeks ago. And Andy won the match because of the interference from D-Brian Kendrick. And earlier this week on NXT UK, it was Andy ambushing A-Kid in the backstage area and brutal assault, and because of that, A-Kid can't be in the Men's Royal Rumble, which will be night 2 of the pay-per-view. He misses out like a couple of other superstars, and it's really a shame that because of the injury he misses out on this. also this past week on NXT UK, Swerve had a match with D-Bar and Kendrick, and after going back and forth, Andy tried to cost Swerve the matchup, but Swerve was so focused and that he defeated D-Bar and Kendrick yet again. And now let's lead up to this European Championship match here tonight. So let's see who will walk out as the champion from NXT UK. It's for their European Championship, for their mid-card title, so to speak, and let's see who will prevail, because it's a heated feud, and let's see who will walk out here tonight's champ.
The following contest is a last man standing match and is for the WWE European Championship.
I don't know if I heard that right, but looks like we have a last man standing match on our hands, and we know that Andy is beside himself since turning against the WWE Universe, against the crowd a few months ago. Since then he's been a different man. He's unhinged, he's berserk, he's beside himself. And he's here tonight, looking like a star already with his entrance.
Guys, one of the biggest European Championship matches is upon us. The nerves are running high.
Can that nervous energy be turned into confidence? Or will the reigning champion have what it takes to retain?
And we heard a boost from the audience, but not so loud as, because I can imagine some of the people are scared of Andy, of this new, more vicious, more brutal side of him. And the smile on his face faded. There was a smile on his face for a moment, but it faded quickly. And he's ready to become European champion. Don't forget, he's from Cologne, Germany, so would be an honor for him to become champion, I think. But with his new attitude, who knows if he even sees it the same way. As look how ready he is to face Swerve. It's 1 month in the making.
Yes! Welcome to Swerve's house!
And now it is still Swerve's house, but right now, but we don't know if it will change here tonight. But Swerve is on a good mood, despite the heat, the feud with Andy. And it's not the first time that they square off. And it wasn't also the first time that they squared off, neither 2 weeks ago in NXT UK, because they already faced off on NXT a couple of months ago, where Andy, after turning against Zio, disqualified himself on purpose against Swerve, but then beating the hell out of Swerve in a no disqualification match. And well, Swerve hadn't forgotten that, so, and Andy sure hasn't neither, so who's how Swerve, how's the audience, and let's see if it stays that way.
Introducing the challenger from Cologne, Germany, weighing in at 269 pounds. And introducing the champion from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 201 pounds. He is the WWE European Champion, Isaiah Scott.
Remember, guys, this represents all of Europe.
Yeah, it does represent all of Europe, and also it's great to have the title back after a decade, and finally back thanks to the good the whole of the NXT and NXT UK general manager Sasha, who we don't know on his condition, but he's been in the hospital. And let's hear this one out, huge spear from Andy to start this last man standing match off. Lift Swerve up. Huge whack attack 2.0. Stomp to the back of the head there of Swerve. As Andy wobbles in his face there. It's now Andy.
Oh boy, ready to strike, guys. What are we gonna see?
Huge kick. Big time. Couldn't say the better myself, Corey. Big time knee and a combo. That's Swerve. And this one scouted, lifted up and down on the huge brainbuster stomp there to the knee and goes for the top to a standing ovation. Double stomp by Swerve. And even for a springboard moonsault. Perhaps Swerve was there paying tribute to NXT Sasha with this double stomp which Sasha calls the Sturzflug. Stomps from Swerve, knee drop to the arm. Stomp to the back of that, huge knee drop from Swerve. Drop kick to the back of the head there from Swerve. And huge stomp to the arm. The fingers. Swerve dropping the knee on Andy there. And remember, this is the first night of our pay-per-view, so in the second night we have the Rumble match from both male and female competition. What a move by Swerve there. As Swerve's counting for the first time in this match, but of course it's not the end of it. Standing there with foot stomp from Swerve as he realized that Andy was about to get him back to his feet. Each knee to the arm yet again from Swerve, focusing on the arm. It's very smart from Swerve, especially against someone like Andy. The vicious brawler. Kick and swag combination there. And Andy going for a big splash. And he got all of it. Now picking up Swerve by the pieces, another spear. Each knee to the face. As Andy goes for another big splash. Now looking for the BFT.
What are we gonna see?
And he hits it for the second time in the matchup. As Swerve's counting down Swerve, but Andy has other ideas, has other plans, whipping Swerve to the apron. And Swerve with the knee. Fanning himself goes back inside the ring, but gets a wicked clothesline from Andy. I hope Swerve is alright after that. It was painful landing against the rope there with face first on the ropes. That's now Andy looking for a power bomb. And throwing Swerve to the outside. Hopefully Swerve is alright as the ref's so scared of Andy but still has to count here. Swerve is at 2, Andy up on the apron. He's down of it as picking up Swerve yet again and like, yeah, no countouts, no disqualification. Last man saying maybe Swerve maybe pick Possum there. Huge kick to the back of Andy. And now dropping the knee on the arm of Andy. Stomp to the torso as well. Which elbow there from Swerve. Up and down. Sweeping away the legs. Knees to the chest. Will it be enough though? Does Andy get counted? After that 2. But that's 3 on his back to his feet and Swerve realizing it, but gets a sling blade. Well, you see this move from Andy. Maybe even the first time ever. Huge face first goes Swerve against the announce table not once but twice. It sure wasn't nice. But that's how heated this feud got. Face first goes Swerve. As the announce table, Andy lifting him up on his shoulders. No, not the wasteland. Against the announce table. So Andy perhaps looking for his best friend. But the weapon of his choice, the candlestick. And he's putting it to the chest of Swerve. But Swerve moved out of the way. But still get hit with the candlestick of Andy. Using it time and time again. But Swerve defending himself. Face first goes Andy against the apron. Kick to the back there. Not once but twice, it sure is nice. Then double foot some to follow it all up. So now Swerve lifting them up and down. And dropping the knee to the arm yet again. Smart strategy for Swerve, going, like I said earlier in the matchup, going for after the arm for Andy because he's a brawler, so it makes sense. And tossing him into the ref, also very smart. And backbreaker from Swerve. Haven't seen it in ages as Swerve yet again has to counter Andy, but no problem to get him back to his feet this time. And spear to the back of Swerve. And for landing this, I think the sticks took some damage of it. And Andy breaking the stick on Swerve's lower back. As Andy yet again looking for the BFT combination. And he hits it. Third time in the matchup here tonight. And which combination with kicks and strikes by the brawler. And don't forget, it's just the start of our show. It's the second match. It's in night 1 of our pay-per-view, and at night 2 we have the Rumble matches. And also the world title matches as well. But that doesn't mean that we have bangers. We have a banging opener tonight. And we have this match starting off strong here tonight. Which kicks and striking combination from Andy. And with his knowledge of perhaps kickboxing, who knows? We don't know much about this pass. As Swerve sending him into steel steps. So Andy yet again looking for another candlestick perhaps under the apron. It's all legal. So Swerve has a counter Swerve, but Andy using the stick on Swerve again. Yet again Swerve tried to defend himself and he blocked the spear. I don't know how to do that, but Swerve just found it out. Huge head scissor. Now Andy down and get counted as Swerve is, I don't know what he has on his mind as Andy back to his feet. A Swerve in the chase for Andy. Which right hook from Swerve to Andy, lifting him up. And oh, wow, what a Michinoku driver. Didn't expect that from Swerve. As Swerve counting down Andy yet again.
Looks like it's back to the drawing board.
Swerve at 1.
And he'll stand to break the count and keep this one going.
As I don't know why that ref has to restart the count. Did Andy's shoulder go up or something? I don't know. As Andy somehow, some way gets back at 3. I don't know what was with the counter, but it's what it is. Linked right there. Hopefully the ref is a fair official. Just saying. I mean, we had some corrupted officials in the past, of course, of long tenure in the WWE, which stomps to the chest there. And if you look at this strong kick and striking combination from Andy there. Not once but twice, it sure is nice. But Swerve is tough, so. But I think you can say this about both of these individuals. So Andy tossing Swerve for 1 to force. And again the ref's to count. So Andy breaks another stick on Swerve. Whipping him, barricade now, lifting him up. And down. No, not into the splash zone. It's painfully and nasty. That's all illegal in this one. Face first goes Swerve against the wing post. So Andy wipes in the face of the audience there. But Swerve defending himself against whatever Andy had in mind there. And not once but twice Swerve using self-defense in this matchup. He storms. As Andy, it's much more left under his tank from the looks of it. Getting up at 1 after things he received and looking for object underneath the ring, but maybe too much time as Swerve was there to stop him this time. Huge right hook from Swerve. As Swerve celebrates himself inside the ring, Andy back to his feet. Maybe to Swerve's surprise. Excellent striking combination from Andy. This time in another situation. Iteration of striking combination, sending Swerve into the steel steps, and you see how scared the ref is, of course, and Goes over the barricade even to avoid to get involved. And Hayes first goes Swerve against the barricade. How's he even counter after that? Jumping stomp there from Swerve. Each kick as Andy's down. Like yet again, he has no problems getting back up, and we've been here in a long time. And this last man standing match, Andy missing, and or did he hit Swerve? I don't know. It looked like a miss, but maybe not. Maybe only from looks of view. And he had again Swerve against the barricade, and had again trouble for Swerve splash zone. Looking for the BFT, maybe the favorite move of his. First time in the match tonight. So Andy picking Swerve up. Which hooks and lefts and rights there. But Swerve into some of his own. Some smacks of his own. Tossing Swerve around. So Andy gets countered, but yet again Andy back to his feet after one, and now Swerve celebrating, but got dragged to the outside by Andy. I mean, they got some boost from the crowd, but you can't blame Andy for that one. I mean, taking up the opportunity there. Comes to the chest, and that's what it's all about in a match like, especially in an important match like this, where against a heated rivalry, we take advantage whenever you can. As Andy sends Swerve into the steel steps, and Swerve retaliating. Huge reversal to Andy's splash zone, and now let's see if Swerve can make something out of it. Looking for a tombstone. Kimmy into a double stone with the knees. As Andy missing the spear this time, for the first time in the match tonight that he missing. Maybe it's a nerves. Kicks and strikes here from Swerve, sending Andy against the steel steps. Speaking about paybacks being a bitch right there, as Andy sent Swerve in the match into the steel steps not once but twice earlier in the match. As Swerve yet again sent Andy in the official and face first against the apron as a ring post, of course. Not so forceful as Andy's was, but still painful. And now focusing on the legs of Swerve. Even lift Andy up and down. Yeah, was incredible, Michael. And Swerve back into the ring. Andy back to his feet. And the official gets a storm from Swerve of the one into Swerve. As Andy about to take advantage of the situation. Up and down goes Swerve. Which mistake they made by Swerve, but who can blame him? But I don't know. I mean, the official maybe didn't meant to run into him. And of days there from Andy. As Swerve get countered, but Andy has another idea. Says, come on, bring it on, Swerve. You claim to be tough, let's see what's up with that. Kick to the midsection. Looking perhaps for the X-Plex. I think so, but Swerve with a roll-up, even though it doesn't matter in this match, but still, one way to avoid it. And Swerve going for the cutter, but Andy was ready for it. And spinning down to the ground. And with another kick and striking combination. And the crowd is so on fire, and how can't they be? It's very heated and intense last man standing match, and what do you want more in this matchup? Strikes to the leg there of Swerve. Smart strategy from Andy. So Swerve got him ground with the whole house call. As Andy now get counted, but can he get back somehow, some way here from this one? Is Swerve feeling good about himself now? Of that force, Swerve with the stomp on Andy there, but missing. So the count continues. That's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swerve retains here tonight, but what a bang of a pound it was. And there were some times where I thought the title would change hands here tonight. But maybe Andy won too much. There we see the end of days. And maybe it was because of the X-Plex got countered from Swerve here tonight. But there we saw the counter one more, and there we saw the celebration of Swerve. Kind of.
WWE European Champion, Isaiah Swerve Scott.
I'm still in shock.
The crowd's happy to see Swerve retaining the NXT UK European Championship. But what a match it was. Well, would like to see that again, and let's see what else we have in store here tonight for the third match of Night. I think it's about the World Tag Titles. Yeah, it is. And well, the history of the match isn't much about World Tag Team Championships, I can tell you that, because of NXT's Legend Killer attacking Riddle on his return to NXT. We still don't know what that was all about, but well, it didn't lead to that ambush, I can tell you. I mean, the following weeks on NXT, Legend Killer attacked targeting Riddle with ambush after ambush, week in and week out, and then it led to a backstage brawl, official backstage brawl, which Riddle, to the shock of everybody, won against Legend Killer. And then they met at pay-per-view in a last man standing match where Legend Killer destroyed Riddle, one of the World Tag Team Champions, even at this point. And after the match, Wendy Orton had some harsh words there from Legend Killer, but luckily security stopped this scene. And the following week on NXT, it looked like that Legend Killer was backed for, and Wendy Orton cost him the high profile match against the established living legend Wendy Orton. And because it ended with a RKO from Wendy to pick up the huge win over Legend Killer that night of the 5-star matches Legend Killer. And well, then then the feud continues with Legend Killer costing Riddle matches, and also Wendy Orton got involved in at one episode of NXT UK even, where when NXT UK didn't have their own roster, because it was very spontaneous, the decision by the boards of directors and the NXT UK and NXT, their manager Sasha. There was a match between Legend Killer and Riddle where Legend Killer snapped, even attacked Wendy Orton and got inside the Viper's head, because in the end it was Wendy Orton leashing out on a vicious clothesline on Legend Killer, which cost his teammate Riddle the matchup. And well, Legend Killer got in Wendy's head, and Wendy and Riddle got in Legend Killer's head, seen in the handicap match once, where Legend Killer refused to take a partner, but he lost the handicap match to the World Tag Team Champion RK Bro, but he proven himself time and time again. And well, he's an uprising star, you can't say anything. But then Legend Killer injuring Riddle and also attacking Wendy Orton before their pay-per-view match, and because of that he had no problems by putting Randy away on the big stage on pay-per-view. And well, at Survivor Series, because of Legend Killer, RK Bro lost to the War Raiders from SmackDown and the NXT Tag Team Champions of Brothers, where the War Raiders defeated Riddle with Ivar pinning Riddle. And well, then, like I already mentioned, takeover match between Legend Killer and the Randy at the last takeover event. And well, we saw Riddle's return, but before that, let's speak about the Legend Killer's qualifying match on won the qualifying match with the Masked Man, where earlier on War, Randy had this qualifying match against phenomenal AJ Styles, but Legend Killer had other ideas 3 weeks ago and tried to cost Randy his matchup, but failed to do so because Randy stayed tall, delivering a vicious RKO to the phenomenal Styles and pick up huge win, qualifying for the Royal Rumble. And the same week at NXT, it was Randy Orton trying to cost Legend Killer his Rumble qualifier against the Masked Man, but failed to do so because Legend Killer stole the match by winning via countout. And so both men will be at night 2 in the men's Royal Rumble match, and maybe they will even fight off against one another in this matchup, but that's what we find out at night 2 of the great pay-per-view. And also don't forget, earlier this week on NXT there was a huge 6-person tag team match between Miz and Morrison teaming up with Legend Killer against RK Bro and the Masked Man, and with a huge win for RK Bro and Masked Man. And well, Miz and Morrison became tag team champion earlier this week on Monday Night War with the Miz surviving most of the match and even putting up the win in a 4-team elimination matchup. And now we have this match here with Miz and Morrison against RK Bro for the tag titles with Legend Killer in the corner. Let's see if Legend Killer can yet again get into the heads of RK Bro and perhaps even make sure that they lost their World Tag Team Championships. Loud boos and Miz and Legend Killer Y.
Oh my gosh, yeah, partners in crime with incredible chemistry. Came up in WWE.
Yeah, partners in crime. Michael.
The greatest
That's
tag
some
team of the
awesome.
21st century.
Oh, what a night it's been so far with the surprising surprises tonight. With Booker T becoming Intercontinental Champion to the shock of everybody, and making his pay-per-view return, becoming Intercontinental Champion, and then with Swerve returning his NXT UK European Championship against Andy. Many people thought that Andy was going to win, and well, if it wasn't for Swerve reversing the X-Plex moments ago, who knows? Because Morrison seemed to be ready to fight off against RK Bro. And they have Legend Killer in the corner.
The Viper is here.
So there's Randy Orton. The Viper, the Apex Predator, the living legend, the lone legend. With all the titles that he held in this legendary career: Intercontinental Championships, United States Championships, Tag Team Championships, and not to forget the World titles. Also, don't forget Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble in his career not once but twice. And he also is a former Mr. Money in the Bank as well, so he's done it all. And the crowd definitely respect and admire him for that. The crowd can't stop chanting Randy, 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 and rightfully so. There comes the original Bro, the other half of the World Tag Team Championships. Riddle was also qualified, of course, for the Men's Royal Rumble due to the additional rule, because he's one of the champs. There wasn't enough time to make more qualifier matches this year because of the rebirth of NXT UK, and they needed their own roster. That's why there wasn't enough time for normal qualifier matches, and there couldn't be ones in the first week of January. So instead there was additional rules. Champions qualified, and everybody was delivering a banger match against the champs also qualified as well, and the challengers as well. So there we have the World Tag Team titles, the titles that's on your screen. That's what it's all about, guys. I think it's more personal than that, and RK Bro would like to face off against Legend Killer here tonight in San Antonio, Texas.
The goal is obtaining those tag team championships. Being on the same page will be vital in this one.
As you've seen the look on Miz's face, doesn't enjoy the crowd one bit. I don't care about the crowd one bit. As the ref now started the match off.
Doesn't get any more classic than this. You truly get the best of both worlds.
Look at this, Miz taking on Randy. Goes and huge strikes there from the Miz to Randy. Some to the face there from the Miz. Randy Orton. A Miz for the back neckbreaker combination, but Randy has other ideas. As you see Ledger's reaction on this storm from Randy. Randy tagging in the middle. After this long break from injury, and now Riddle's back, and let's see how he goes. His first match after the injury. First pay-per-view match after the injury, missing the cover, but only 2. I was surprised a lot of me that would be enough, but who knows. Stomps there to the fingers of Riddle. I mean, we saw a big Sasha from NXT returning from injury, and well, got surprisingly beaten easily. Even though he had potentially 2 matches in a row. Riddle with the suplex goes on the cover, will be enough. Nope. Morrison kicked out before the Miz could save him, and Miz was ready for Riddle's kicks. That was Riddle for whatever Miz had planned. Lifting him up and down with the scoop slam. As look at Morrison goes with the kicks. As ref warning Miz. Riddle with knee after knee. The corner. In this corner to Morrison. Morrison with the knee. And the kicks there, and looking for the springboard. Oh, springboard into the beauty shot there. Now tagging in the Miz. On both sides the tags were made. So it's Miz and Orton yet again in the matchup. So, and wow, put him in the corner. What is a Miz planner? Oh, dropping Orton there, now got with the roll up, but this time not go for pin. Just to roll them up, and each strikes there from the Miz and Randy. And we don't know in what condition Randy or Riddle are in, because of the vicious attacks from Legend Killer the last weeks and months. As in a couple of days we will see the story of RK Bro and Legend Killer on our YouTube channel. So that's the same. As Randy Orton lifting the Miz up and down, vicious neck breaker. And Randy, big knee to the face of the Miz. They're making an attack to the original Bro.
Oh, look at this. What a headbutt.
Riddle kick to the midsection of the Miz, lifting him up. But Miz. Electric chair down to ground Riddle. Kick to the midsection. Looking for the DDT. The Miz a 5 DDT. It's Legend Killer even chewing that on. As now perhaps looking for Morrison sinking Starship Pain. Not? Okay, that's a surprise for me. Yes. But blasting Riddle though with that cannonball off the top. Wow. As Morrison dragging Jomo, dragging Riddle away from the ropes, and look at this agility there. And this leg drop, and the spinning leg drop even.
He went right into that turnbuckle.
As Jomo got Riddle in the corner, elbow reversal from Riddle. As Jomo whipping Riddle in the corner. Counter from Riddle. Kick to the midsection. Up and over goes Morrison. Riddle not done yet. It's Riddle tagging in Randy. So it's Randy and Morrison. First time in this match tonight that they are legal at the same time. So Randy and Morrison fades first into the turnbuckle and gets some stomps, but Morrison retaliates with a stomp to Randy's splash zone. Huge right hook there from Jomo. So far, ledge kills been a non-factor, not doing anything wrong tonight, so that's a different side of him. Maybe he just enjoys the match, who knows? Kicks there to the head from Miz on Randy, you know. Like I jinxed it as legend kill up on the apron, distracting Randy for the first time tonight. As Miz takes advantage. And storm to the fingers of Randy. So Miz, former WWE champion at one time. Down to the fingers. Also the Miz, multiple Intercontinental Championship wins. United States Championship wins. Tag Team title wins. They got Randy in the corner. The reversal there from Randy. And don't forget, Miz won tag team titles with variation of tag team partners. With John Morrison, with the Big Show. It's a neckbreaker there from Randy. And also one time Miz won tag team titles with John Cena, even though they couldn't stand each other. And they still can't, I believe that. That's why they're not tagging in with it. So it's Will and Miz as the Bro Mission. We're looking for the Bro Mission on the Miz, but the ropes are there. But will the Miz make it? As Morrison in late there to save the Miz. Or maybe it was his partner, but he's tapping out. So RK Bro retaining despite Legend Killer being in the presence. Oh wow, what a performance there from RK Bro.
And here's another look at what made that match so special.
Maybe it was Legend Killer's hesitation of getting involved here. So we see some highlights. There we see the end with the Bro Mission.
Here are your winners and still Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viper Randy Orton and
RK Bro retaining. And now we see if the same can be said about the unknown presence, so to speak, that's gone roughshod over NXT UK since her arrival 2 months ago. And well, since in the first night of her arrival she defeated the legendary champion Stacy Keibler after costing Stacy the match the week prior, and well, then becoming champion on big paper on a second appearance on the pay-per-view against two former multiple NXT UK Women's Champion, and Xia Li and Stacy Keibler. And well, we saw what Violet can do with vicious wins over Kaylee Ray and assaults after the match. And well, 2 weeks ago Toni Storm has seen enough. She saved Kaylee Ray from Violet, but Violet haven't forgotten about that. She then she had a match with Toni Storm where was said that because Violet has no challenger for the pay-per-view, where make history, because for the first ever NXT UK and NXT have their championship match at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view for the first time ever in our company history. And well, so if Toni Storm can beat Violet, she got the title match, and she did, but it was tough to beat Violet, and Violet hadn't forgotten about it, because earlier this past week on NXT UK it was Violet going with a vicious assault on Toni Storm. And we don't know in which condition Toni Storm is in, but the doctors have cleared her for the match, so yeah, let's see in which condition she's in and if she can once again become NXT UK Women's Champion. But well, she only once squared off with Violet and got a win, so well, so maybe Toni's chances are there, but who knows? I mean, Violet, we can't say much about her, only that she started off strong, like not many in company history. So let's see how this goes.
The following contest is a tables match and is for the NXT UK Women's Championship.
It's a tables match for the championship. I heard that right. For the Women's Championship of NXT UK, of course. As there comes Tony.
Their new style suits her well. A new Tony Storm.
What she got planned here?
I don't think she's here to say hello.
No, she's not.
Tony Storm
The crowd's happy to see Tony back on NXT UK, but Violet attacking Tony before the match even officially started. We see chat to the back of Tony, and now we just see a chair assault from Violet on Tony Storm. And we don't know what condition Tony's in after the vicious assault from Violet. This past week on NXT UK, as Tony Storm tried to defend herself, but one right into a big boot there from Violet. That's now Tony getting hopefully some breather there. As Violet missing with the kick, and now Tony sweeping Violet against the table, but not enough force to put her through the table. And I don't know if we officially started on the way because of the assault from Violet. Missing with the big boot there, which punches from Tony to the sheer delight of the crowd, and now looking for the Storm Zero. Perhaps not. Got avoided by Violet. Huge, beautiful looking head scissor, I might add. I know. Violet tried to use the chair, but couldn't get Tony, but got the table and get the headbutt from Tony. As the crowd goes nuts and Tony celebrates. But the victory dance, I would wait till after the match. And as Tony brings Violet back inside the ring, and Tony should now wrestle at Violet, even though she got victory 2 weeks ago on NXT UK. Huge back suplex, huge knee from Tony. And don't forget, because of Tony become #1 contender, challenger here tonight for Violet's title, she will be in the Women's Rumble, much like Violet will be. So, in night 2 of the pay-per-view, huge knee there from Violet. And don't forget, we had the last chance Rumble qualification match for the Women's Royal Rumble earlier this week on SmackDown. Huge knee there from Violet to Tony. Feel free to check them out, especially the 5-star banger that Shotzi from SmackDown, Katie Way from NXT UK, and Doudrop from Raw brought up on us, because it was a 5-star banger for both if you've ever seen one. Huge disaster kick off the second rope there from Violet. Table to matchup, kick to the back there from Violet. As Violet, there again the dominance kicking in, and huge right hook there from Violet. Grounding Tony. Kicks and strike there from Violet. It's Violet going for something underneath the ring. As the crowd chanting, we want tables, but they want to see Tony pulling Violet through it, as Violet bringing a champ to the ring, and Tony caught her with a headbutt yet again for the second time. Violet tried to take her with a champ, Tony catch her with the headbutt. Taking the leg there of Violet, as Violet goes there flying with the dropkick, but nobody home, and gets attacked with a table in the back. But hey, it's fitting, she attacked Tony from behind with a vicious stairs shot, and now Tony got the table into Violet's back. Violet threatening Tony. Tony threatening Violet. Drop kick gets Violet off the apron. The light of the crowd as Violet takes a moment to enjoy the audience. I mean, especially after her not so successful time on SmackDown. As Tony bringing in another table after placing the one in the corner. It's Violet whipping Tony against the table. Now picking up the chair and using it against Tony in brutal fashion. But uses it on Tony again, but Tony avoided the first one, but not the second hit. And now kick to the midsection, Tony! Whipping Violet up on the apron. If it would swip on the corner, it could be all over, but reverse there from Violet. I don't know if it would be over, but it could, as Tony got the other table, but from the top, Violet with double axe hand and got away the table. I never seen this happening ever before. Which knee drop to the chair. Yeah, this was terminating knee smash if you ever seen one. Violet off the top. Standing double foot stomp to the chest of Tony. Which right hook, nope. Tony was ready. As Tony got Violet up and down with a brainbuster onto the chair. You can't say Violet didn't deserve it, but oh, and the toughness even to go back to her feet, only one into Tony's headbutt yet again. As Tony's whipping Violet like trash to the outside. But she is a champ. If she leaves as champ, we will see as Tony plays in the second table inside the ring. As Violet tried to defend her, but nope. Tony has other ideas. Oh, what a hook there from Tony after the headlock. Violet back to her feet, tried to get back in this thing. Huge Harlem sidekick. We've seen a couple of those in Booker's match. The first match of our night against LA Knight and King Corbin, Super Sweat, where he became Intercontinental Champion. And he even pinned the champion, not to mention. This huge knee there from Violet. Huge white hook there. But so far we have 3 matches and only 1 title change. As Violet lifting up Tony. Have to put her to the table. No, Violet had other ideas. Wow, what a GTS there. Maybe it is time for Tony to go to sleep as Violet. Swooping her over the table. Oh, I don't know if that was planned or not from Violet, but who knows what's going down in her head. In her twisted head, perhaps. Elbow reverse there from Tony. And yet again swooping, yet again launching Violet to the outside. As Violet says, I haven't got my fight left in me, so bring it on. And Tony, of course, takes it invitation. Lifting Violet up, the Violet failing the big boot and got slammed onto the apron. This can lead to serious back issues. Edge kick reversal there from Violet. She's whipping Tony into the barricade. As Violet lifting Tony private parts first onto the barricade, much like Andy did to Swerve. And there he did the match. He did the last man standing match earlier tonight. As Violet whipping Tony around. Huge white hook there from Violet. Wow. The power behind that. As yet again the pop-up headbutt from Tony. Huge elbow from Tony. The crowd goes nuts. Fisherman suplex from Tony. Yeah, champ is in trouble, but luckily for her, they're balling on the outside, not on the inside where the tables are placed by Tony. Huge white hooks there. The elbow. It's Tony whipping Violet yet again around. And forgotten the vicious attack earlier this week on NXT UK. As Tony got the submission locked in. The sharpshooter. Or the variation of a sharpshooter, I might add. And wow, it looks very painful, but it's all legal in a tables match. The only rule, you have to put your opponent to a table in order to win the matchup. So yeah. As Violet somehow surviving it, somehow you see the damage already taking place. Good job, put that. Kick to the stomach and tossing it in the barricade. Damage in place. Huge big boot from Violet to ground Tony. Try to ground Tony again. Nasty kick as the momentum of the match could have shifted one again into the champ's favor here. Face first goes Tony against the ring post. I'm also not hyped just for tonight or the second night of the Royal Rumble, but also what it lead to in the following weeks of Raw, NXT, NXT UK and SmackDown. As Tony get the better of Violet. Also we will see the short history perhaps of Tony and Violet, how it goes to this match on the YouTube channel perhaps. As Tony slides back inside the ring. As Violet tried to attack on the apron, Tony tried to defend herself, but Violet just sweep away the leg of Tony. Wasn't fair, but in another Q match it's all legal, you know. As Violet goes off the top with an elbow splash, but Tony hurts herself there, but not with the big boot. Kick, a nasty kick to the back from Violet to Tony. Attacking the arm is Violet. She sends a Violet. Did you saw this punch from Violet? It blasted Tony to the table and even broke the table. So there's something supernatural going on with Violet, I believe that. I mean, no human can be so strong.
And still, the NXT UK Women's Champion, Violet.
Well, with the punch of doom, Violet won the matchup, but I never seen anything like this. I never saw so much more power. So I think there's something supernatural in the veins of Violet. I mean, no human can be so strong at not just punching the opponent, but also punching down the table. No matter how big and strong you are, in my opinion. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Anyway, what we do know, however, is that Violet retaining the NXT UK Championship here tonight over Mary Gay and Toni Storm. And let's see if the same can be said about the other champion from NXT, the other world champion of NXT UK, of Roddy Strong, because, well, it's a very, very interesting story. So I hope you stay tuned to hear the story of this matchup and how it turned out to be a Super Sweat Steel Cage match, because it wasn't the plan. The plan was, well, different, because it was a Fatal 4-Way #1 contender match 3 weeks ago in NXT UK after they finally had their own unique roster. And it was Ilya Dragunov versus Cameron Grimes versus JD, Jordan Devlin, and versus Walter. And it was won by Ilya Dragunov, but the champion won Roddy Strong had other ideas. He not just attacked Ilya Dragunov the following week backstage, but he also injured him, so Ilya Dragunov won't be in this title match, and he also won't be in the Royal Rumble match because of Roddy Strong, because of the NXT UK champion. And well, the boards of directors were so pissed of Roddy's action that they announced that there will be a Fatal 4-Way title match at the Royal Rumble tonight at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view between where Roddy has to defend the title against JD, Walter, and Cameron Grimes. And but earlier this past week, also there was a vicious attack after Cameron Grimes' victory over Kyle O'Reilly, Roddy's good friend and teammate. And after the match, Kyle O'Reilly injured Cameron Grimes, and maybe because of Roddy Strong's orders, we don't know about that, but most of the directors, they felt that it sounds fishy, so they said, you're not just gonna face Jordan Devlin and Walter at the pay-per-view, you face them in a steel cage match because of your damn antics, and we have enough of that. So yeah, Roddy put himself in the harm's way, and don't forget, earlier this past week on NXT UK, he lost to JD. So yeah, while Walter and Alexander Wolf stole a victory with help of Marcel Bartel over High Energy, Blue Falcon and Clark. So yeah, will we see a new NXT UK champion? I mean, JD former NXT UK champion, Walter former NXT UK champion, and Roddy the current champion. So let's see who will leave the steel cage as the NXT UK champion. As there comes the Irish Ace.
Make way for the Irish Ace. This is gonna be good.
Squad enjoys to see John Devlin here tonight. He looks determined to become champion here tonight. But it's easier said than being done. And well, who knows what other tricks Roddy has up his sleeve. I mean, he defeated the undefeated Masked Man to become champion, and last month at pay-per-view, so yeah. But that was a whole different story. This one was a ladder match, and well, this is a steel cage here tonight against not one but two challengers, and one being JD and one being Walter. So yeah, but Roddy put it on himself by attacking Ilya Dragunov and injuring him. So, and same to Cameron Grimes, who hopefully both we of course wish both and all the other injured men and women quick recovery, and the best, of course, as well. There comes Walter, the ring general, the leader of Imperium, but of course Imperium can't help him become champion tonight because of the Super Sweat Steel Cage match. There's nothing that they can do.
Walter's on his way to dominating the entire globe.
So Walter's all on his own, and let's see if he can make it on his own. once again. Yeah, come on, let's go indeed, Walter. As the boos of the crowd, they want already to see this match taking place. And where the entire locker room of NXT UK is watching in the back, I can show you that, because they want to know who's their world champion from the male perspective, after we saw that Swerve is still the NXT UK European champion and Violet is still the NXT UK Women's Champion. That's what we found out earlier tonight. Now it's the time to see what it means for the male perspective on NXT UK. Walter looks as focused as ever. As we only have to await the champ. Why he's strong. Yeah, he is hard hitting, and he's a weasel. As the crowd booing him on once. Only got shit once in his career so far. But he is the champ, and he defeated the undefeated Masked Man thanks to Kyle O'Reilly. And their brutal onslaught on Masked Man, who's now a member of NXT because of that loss last pay-per-view, last month of the pay-per-view. Nobody expected Waddy to win the match, but Waddy so determined, defeated Masked Man in the ladder match and became champion. But now he has a huge target on his back, and even with his antics and the boards of directors not pleased by actions like this. That's what the demon of the NXT champion Decimon Senior can speak of it, because of his antics. Resulted in some actions against him by the boards of directors. So there we have now Waddy.
We could very well have seen the last time the
paying the price for his own antics, and there we see the title, a beautiful title. Now let's see who will be the champion, beautiful or not. Doesn't matter tonight. As we start as Walter tried to pick a fight with the champion, as Walter tried to throw punches to Walter. That's not a good idea. Drop kick from Walter, are you kidding me? What a running drop kick to JT there after getting rid of Waddy there for a moment. Walter shot that to the lower chest of JD, lifting up Waddy. So far, Walter is dominating as you might expect in this matchup, as Walter, whatever he had planned, took too long. Got Waddy up on the shoulder, but Waddy with a gut kick and the strikes there to Walter. And grounds him and tried to target the legs, but Walter with Nancy Gui, are you kidding me? As JD even can't believe it. Kick to the midsection up. Waddy caught the kick, but still got grounded by Walter. As JD lifting Walter up. How did he lift him up to the brainbuster? As Walter with a clothesline, as unexpected lines there from JD, but that's what they have to do in this matchup if they want to have a chance against Walter. What the hell? Waddy's grounding Walter, are you kidding me? Can't believe it, I wouldn't seen it. And the jump back suplex as well, I can't believe it. And now storms from Waddy to the legs of Walter. JD tried to climb, as Waddy finally realized, in his opinion, the crowd shit doesn't like that. As Walter celebrates himself and whoppers in the face of the audience. As huge electric chair drop from Waddy, brings down JD, and the knee drop from Walter. As Waddy running into him, which kicked to the splash zone of Walter there. As Waddy lifting him up and down with a strong brainbuster, and alternative vertical suplex. Yeah, he did. And I can't believe that he even could lift. It's a big man. Kick to the mid, splash on there from JD to Waddy, but Waddy with elbows to JD's. Jump back suplex from Walter and JD. Waddy with a vicious backbreaker to Walter. So that jawbreaker from JD to the champ. A challenger versus challenger with JD and Walter. JD even tossed Walter face first against the cage. I don't know how, but he did it. Which punches that to Wardy. And Iwanagi. Into power slam right there. Into power move there. I'm about to say. JD even got Walter there with the leg trap and DDT. But huge boot there from Walter to put a stop on JD's offense. Stomp to the arm there from Walter, but even was ready for the jumping knee from Wardy. Now lifting Wardy up. Sure, but yet again it took too long, whatever he had on mind. Elbow reversal there from Wardy. Kicked to the Walter, splashed on, but from behind JD. Usually it's Wardy who sneaks up from behind some of the victims. Huge knee there from JD. Wardy got the taste of his own medicine there, perhaps. But got JD in the corner. Got him with a huge knee. As Walter celebrates himself. Olympic slam from Wardy to JD. Jumping knee to Walter. I don't know if it was smart, but well. That makes suplex. That's what he has to do if he wants to retain the title. Which knee to JD as well. And now Wardy lifting JD up and down with a snap suplex. Which knee to Walter. One for JD, no, it's blocked. But the STO wasn't. Good shot there from Wardy to Walter, kicks and strikes as well. As JD from behind yet again. Walter gets JD in the corner. Wardy, kick to the midsection, try to knee him, but nope. So now JD lifting Walter up and down with the brain bust. Backbreaker from Wardy to JD. Kick to the midsection. As now Wardy lifting JD up. And a heartache. As Walter celebrates him. But reversal from Walter. Wardy with strikes. Look at this. Look where he goes. Now Wardy. What a haymaker there. From Wardy celebrating himself. Rightfully so. But Walter doesn't down and out. He's standing with a powerbomb to the champ. As JD avoiding whatever Walter had planned. Maybe the symphony. A huge knife edge shot there from JD, even grounding Walter and both opponents down. Can JD climb the cage in time to escape the match and win it? As Wardy back to his feet. But can he stop JD? Tried with the leg against the cage, but JD defending himself there successfully as Walter now try to get him down. Wardy's waiting as JD is getting down and by him on wish, but clothesline to the back there from Wardy, and one from Walter that leveled Wardy. Oh my goodness. Come to the arm as well as Walter lifting JD up. Elbow to the head of Walter from JD, kick to the midsection. It's JD whipping Walter into the ropes. JD kick to the midsection. Double underhook from JD. Suplex. We got JD with punches. As Wardy lifting JD up and down. The flapjack. Knee for Walter. As a champ, try to regain control. Kenny does it. He lifts Walter up with another end of heartache. Not done yet this time. Huge last shot. Paying tribute to his former member of the Undisputed Era and Adam Cole. But then going for the STO and Devlin. And now lifting JD up. But as Walter's still down and out. Vertical suplex from Wardy to JD. I don't know if that's a smart strategy from Wardy. I mean, you need to hurry up if you want to win this cage match. I mean, yeah, that's what I say. Walter back to his feet because of it. As now Alabama slam from Wardy to Walter. Where did he get the power from? Is beyond me. His knee one right into the ace driver. Will it be enough though? 1, 2. Sweet it is. JD won it. As Walter can't believe it. He thought he brought the pinfall up, but he didn't. As we have a new NXT UK champion, and JD is, I mean, Wardy, I think he was so surprised by the ace driver.
Here is your winner and the
Yes, JD celebrating with the audience.
For a very long time.
Wow, he might surprise Waddy with that one. I personally would have liked the match to go on a little bit longer, but hey, this is what it is, and oh, we now know that NXT UK has a new champion, and that's the only title change from their perspective that will occur at the Royal Rumble. But maybe one of their men or women will be winning the Royal Rumble at night too. We don't know that. So yeah, so hope you all still have the high hopes if you are a fan of NXT UK and wants one of their members becoming champion. As next up we have the Universal Champion from SmackDown on the line, and well, it's Drew McIntyre, the challenger, Austin Theory, the champion, after Austin Theory a couple of months ago successfully cashing in Money in the Bank on the Tribal Chief on Roman Reigns. And well, Austin Theory's been the champion since then, but well, it was supposed to be it was number one contender match 3 or 4 weeks ago on SmackDown, where it was Drew McIntyre versus Cesaro versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and in a matchup where the Tribal Chief couldn't be in because of injury, and was replaced by Shinsuke, it was Cesaro becoming number one contender. This was Superman, and but well, then the beef started between, but at the same night Austin Theory picked up a huge win over very gay Sami Zayn, and well, the following week it was Cesaro versus then fit Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, and it was a good matchup, but as Austin Theory tried to cost Cesaro the matchup, but it failed, and also then Cesaro cost Austin Theory his match with well, his opponent tonight, Drew McIntyre, and well, then we saw what happened earlier this week on SmackDown with Austin Theory's vicious attack on Cesaro, or maybe it was Cesaro's attack on Theory, we don't know that yet, but we saw them brawling backstage, and well, Cesaro falling short there and even got injured because of that, and had to get replaced not just in the men's Royal Rumble match at the night 2 of the pay-per-view, but also in this title match here tonight. And well, Drew McIntyre is a fitting choice in my opinion, and it's also what the audience wanted, because after Cesaro's injury, the boards of directors they asked the Universe, and they want Drew McIntyre to fill in for the injured Cesaro, and let's see if Drew McIntyre can get the title out of the clutches of Austin Theory. Let's find it out right now. Also, don't forget, like I already said, Drew McIntyre will also replace Cesaro in the Rumble.
And is for the WWE Universal Championship. The Scottish Warrior is ready for battle.
Brandishing the King's Blade. This is a man who fought his way all the way to the top of WWE.
Yeah, he did so. He's the chosen one. He's a one-time Intercontinental Champion. One-time Tag Team Champion. One-time WWE Champion. One-time Royal Rumble winner.
Chosen one, handpicked by WWE Chairman Mr. McMahon. And Drew will admit that he became complacent. He went away, he got a new attitude, and now he's back bigger and badder than ever. With a vengeance.
As first one with the company, didn't turn out too well as the second one here tonight. Here with the company, also one-time NXT champion. So yeah, we made his return on NXT, becoming NXT champion, then going to the main roster and elevating and improving himself time and time again, which led to the Royal Rumble win and beating Brock Lesnar at 2 years ago WrestleMania. There comes Austin Theory.
The future of this business. Incredibly skilled, but also incredibly narcissistic.
It's okay to be narcissistic.
Yeah, he is narcissistic, but he's also very good inside this ring. I don't like his attitude, but I do see his potential, and he make full use of his Money in the Bank briefcase by becoming Universal Champion by beating Roman Reigns for the title. Much like Liv became SmackDown Women's Champion, Austin Theory became Universal Champion. Also, don't forget, we will see Liv also defending her Women's Championship against Sasha Banks. That's what we still have in store for night 1 of the pay-per-view. And it's incredible how Austin Theory is on his own, doing on his own on SmackDown, because he has no Johnny Gargano, he has no Ken LeRae, he has no Indy Hartwell.
Introducing the challenger from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, Drew McIntyre. And introducing the champion from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is the WWE Universal Champion, Austin Theory.
This title represents the very top of the mountain here in WWE. This Universal Championship is what all superstars dream of.
Every member of SmackDown wants to become the champion, become the Universal Champion, like Corey said, and that's exactly the case. Theory tried to close and Drew, but nope. That's one of white hooks of his own. Which neck breaker from Drew. As Drew takes down Austin Theory, crossface. Will he make Austin Theory submit just like that? This would be one of the shortest win, one of the quickest win in history, but Theory tried to power out, and he does with knees and strikes. Which lariat from Austin Theory. Standing splash goes nowhere though. As Drew picks him up and down with the suplex. Also, don't forget to turn into night 2 of the Rumble pay-per-view. We have the Royal Rumble matches, the other world title matches from Raw and NXT, and also some other title matches from NXT, the NXT Tag Team Championship, the North American Championship, and was Women's Championship, was WWE Championship. That's still to come at night 2. Which punch there from Austin Theory, but let's speak about night 1 of the pay-per-view. We will still have to see the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Liv Morgan and Sasha Banks here tonight. As Austin Theory got through McIntyre, lifting him up and down with the Michinoku driver. As like I said, at night 2, right hook, there will be the Raw Women's Championship Super Sweat match between the champion, the EST Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Reckoning, while it also will be the WWE Championship match between the champion from Balor and the show of Dolph Ziggler, which standing brave buster there from Austin Theory. Austin Theory up and down with the burning hammer goes McIntyre, standing splash, this time finds its mark. As also NXT Women's Championship will be defended at night 2 between the champion Ember Moon and the challenger was one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Rhea Ripley. As Theory makes a good counter there on the McIntyre. And down goes McIntyre. And Spanish splash marked for the second time in the matchup. Also, don't forget the NXT Tag Team Championship from the women's perspective will be defended between the challengers Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez and the champions Candice LeRae and Nightmare. What a And brainbuster in the cover goes. See, will this be enough to defend this title? 1, 2. Almost got him, but Drew kicks out at the last possible moment. To the liking of the audience. Standing shooting star for the third time being the trifecta here tonight for Siri. Let's see if it makes him retain his title. Which right hook there from Austin Theory. And also don't forget, it was supposed to be at night 2 for the NXT Championship. Sasha, the #1 contender, against the demonic evil Satan himself, there's Demon Senior, but well, because of whatever happened to Sasha on NXT earlier this week on NXT, he has to be replaced, and his replacement will be Tommaso Ciampa, who got injured by the NXT champion, Demon Senior. So what a fitting decision by the Balls of the Rikers. Huge power bomb there from Austin Theory to the McIntyre, which right hook goes nowhere though. Let's do a sidestep and lift him up and down with him. Wow. What a setup power bomb there. Let's do with the Claymore out of nowhere. Can he shock Theory? Must be enough. 1. No, not even 2. We still heading into it.
And now McIntyre is at a loss as his mind races to rethink his attack. And this might not have a pleasant ending.
It's now Drew slamming down Theory, and also see is busted open. As Drew attacking the arm there of Theory. As a champ, big trouble, but good defend himself there for a moment. Whatever Drew had planned. Kicks and strikes, and now lifting him up and down with a gut wrench. Also, don't forget, on night 2 we have the women's matches from both men and women's perspective, where who will be the ones who not just win the Rumble, but also main event WrestleMania with a world title match of their choice from all 4 brands. Which closer there from Austin Theory to Drew McIntyre. Don't forget, members of all 4 brands will compete in those matches. Which takedown there from Theory to McIntyre, but of course be to NXT and NXT UK's well, being supposed to be a show who represents talents for one SmackDown in the future. It's more members of one SmackDown. As huge shot taken off the corner from Austin Theory to McIntyre. He goes back inside the ring, huge pump kick. Theory tried to get McIntyre, but McIntyre able to avoid that. Maybe the ATL even, hanging Theory into ropes and punches after punch. As the crowd's excited, they want to see Drew leave here as Universal Champion. But will it be the case? Stomp to the leg, time and time again, as Drew McIntyre perhaps looking for one final move on Theory. Up. Looking for the vertical suplex. And wow, what an impressive show of strength from McIntyre. Punches to the already open wounds of Theory. As Drew calling for the Claymore. The crowd's happy. But can he pull it off, and will it be his win after the second Claymore? Will this be enough to put Theory away? 1, 2, 3. No, it's not. Theory kicks out again. Yeah, we were second away indeed, Corey. But look at McIntyre tossing Theory away with force. With Visa's painful landing for McIntyre. Can Theory capitalize on the situation? Rob kick to the back of Drew. But look at Drew giving Theory a taste of his own medicine. As dominating is Drew McIntyre. That's the experience right there from the Scotsman. Goes off the top rope. Will this be enough? Nope. He even missed with the Superman punch off the top. As now lifting Theory up. Try to powerbomb the champ to the outside, and so he does. As the ref is counting out Theory. As Theory looking for an object underneath the ring. I might remind you that this is a normal title match, not an ODQ match. Huge right hook there from McIntyre. This is serious. See back inside the ring. And follows Drew to the outside. To get count as the referee starts the count. As Theory tried to go with a vertical suplex or brainbuster, but Drew makes him pay with the reverse jump suplex. As Theory back to his feet and run away from Drew inside the ring, but Kenny takes a get back in this thing somehow, some way. Huge clothesline. Find its mark, but won't be enough to put Drew down for this weak count. Up a match slam from Siwi, which is lariat. So Siwi got Drew in the corner. Huge stab kick. Not done yet with the face wash he goes. Focusing on the leg of Drew, that smart strategy, especially with the Claymore finisher that Drew has. That's number one, but it's always a good strategy, go for the leg of your opponent, no matter how agile they are and how big and strong they are. It's always good strategy, but reliable strategy. Just see, we're looking for a power bomb of his own. And but not to the outside, but into the corner. Face first goes Drew in the corner with his open wounds. He's as busted open as Siwi is. Face wash there from Siwi to Drew. Yeah, again kick to the midsection. Look to lift Drew up one more time, perhaps not letting it slide. That Drew power bombed him to the outside. Want to prove himself. This young kid up off the apron goes the young champ with the senton. As maybe Siwi is like Vince McMahon said, the future of this business. That's the weirdo Vince McMahon said. Standing splasher from Siwi to Drew McIntyre. Huge kick, kick has huge white hook there from Siwi. I hope I don't appear on Botchamania for that call. One goal for me. Sorry for that. But the fallaway slam on website 4 already for those tours. Siwi waiting in the corner. He says, come on, Drew, bring it on. So is at 6. As Siwi, suicide dive goes nowhere though. As Drew avoided it just in time. But you have to give it to Siwi not to want to win via counter. As Drew got him. Looking for the future shock, goes in the cover. Will this be enough? 1, 2. Only 2, are you kidding me? But Siwi also has his hand under the rope, so yeah. Holy shit, the crowd goes a spine buster from Drew, stopping Siwi in his tracks. Kick to the back as Drew tried to perhaps, I thought, go for a third Claymore, but who knows, as Siwi closer and Drew out of the ring. If that happens in one match, Drew will be eliminated from the men's Royal Rumble at night 2. Huge headbutt on the outside. Siwi tried to fly off the apron, but nope, it flies right into a headbutt from Drew. What a great match so far between those two, and what the toughness from Austin Siwi. We saw some of this in this match with Sami Zayn, where he survived so many louvers kick, but no, even surviving to McIntyre's 2 Claymores and the future shock as well. So both finishers of Drew got survived by Siwi. Now Siwi face first goes Drew against the announce table. Huge kick, find his mark. Which closer and to follow it up as Siwi tried to regain control in this matchup. Face first goes Drew against the announce table. Huge drop kick. As he rubs it on everyone's face. And goes back inside the ring. So the second rope and says that the ref's counting out. The ref's at 3. 4, but Drew makes it into the ring above the time. Which strikes it from Siwi. As Drew kick to the midsection, huge DDT, not the future shock, but plus DDT as Siwi with help of the ropes goes back into the feet. That's how tough he is. As Drew looking for a powerbomb, but roll up from Siwi. 1, 2, 3. It is Siwi steals the win. Wow, what a shocker! I didn't expect Siwi to win like this, but he did, and well, who won't be happy with this one? I can assure you that, but we can't blame Siwi. It was illegal. I don't see anything illegal on that. Huge Claymore there from Drew, and the toughness of Siwi is beyond me. I mean, surviving 2 Claymores and 1 future shock. That's I mean, the entire arena was shocked of Siwi's kick out time and time again. Despite after everything that happened. There we see it one more time. Claymores, the future shocks, everything Drew did, but in the end it wasn't enough, and then we see the shocking win there. As Drew was even close to the ropes, but he was so shocked by this roll-up.
The WWE Universal Champion. champion, Austin Theory.
But there you have it, guys. You only need 3 seconds. Sometimes you don't even need your best moves to win. You just need 3 seconds. And it can be all over. And that's what we've seen from Theory here tonight after this banging matchup. And don't forget, we have still 1 match still to go here tonight. And I'm excited because it's for the SmackDown Women's Championship between the boss, Sasha Banks, and the champion, Liv Morgan. And wow, I'm a huge fan of both of these women's in-ring work. Wow, what a match this been. I mean, and well, it was number 1 contenders with a sweat match 4 weeks ago on SmackDown between Sasha Banks, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte Flair, which was won by Ronda Rousey. And then, well, Liv had a one-on-one match with Tamina on SmackDown the following week, where Ronda Rousey tried to get inside Liv's head and cost her the match against Tamina, but Liv prevailed as the champion that she is, and put Tamina away. And later that night, it was Ronda Rousey was facing off against an upcoming star in Tegan Nox, and well, because of Liv interfering in this matchup, Tegan put up the shocker and beat Ronda Rousey, and Ronda was so upset that she immediately rushed at Liv Morgan and attacked her in the backstage area, but well, it backfired on the Rowdy's ass because she's the one being injured and missing out of the Royal Rumble instead of the SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan. So yeah, maybe you shouldn't have attacked her. Just saying, maybe she should cooler heads prevailed, and maybe that's what cost Ronda. And that's what cost Ronda. I mean, she missed out the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, not just the SmackDown Women's Championship, but also the Royal Rumble match itself. So 2 chances for Ronda that she cost herself. I hate to say it, but that's how it is. And then, because of the limited time, the boards of directors decide to put the choice of the new challenger for Liv in the hand of the viewers, and they all voted for Sasha Banks being the number 1 contender. So that's why she became number 1 contender. And then she tried to cost Liv the match against Bayley, but it didn't work out. Liv prevailed. And well, the following week it was a tag team match earlier this week on SmackDown between Liv Morgan and upcoming star Tegan Nox against former friends turned into bitter enemies in Sasha Banks and Bayley. And well, Banks and Bayley stole the win, but from Liv and Tegan. But let's see if Banks can steal the SmackDown or win the SmackDown Women's Championship from Liv Morgan, or if she can retain here tonight. Let's see. Squad's so excited to nuts for that. But even though it's just a normal regular one-on-one match, but what a dream match is this? We have the boss Sasha Banks against Liv Morgan. I never thought I would see this match taking place for a long time. I didn't even know that this is one of my dream matches, but here we are, and it will take place, and it's for the SmackDown Women's Championship, the most prestige prize for all women from SmackDown roster. So yeah, including Ronda Rousey. And also Sasha Banks not just replaced her in this match, but also in the Women's Royal Rumble at Night 2 of our pay-per-view. But let's see if Banks can become champion here tonight. I mean, she's already been a Grand Slam champion. I mean, she won NXT Women's Championship, was her first title that she won in her career. Then she became Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, Tag Team Champion, first ever WWE Women's Tag Team Champion alongside Bayley, and she even won it once again with Bayley before their allegiance fall apart, and Sasha Banks beat Bayley for her title. So multiple time Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. Only thing that Banks hadn't won yet are Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble, so maybe this will change all at Night 2 at the pay-per-view with Sasha Banks winning the Royal Rumble. And Liv, due to being the champion like Austin Theory, won't be in the Royal Rumble because hey, they're already world champions of one show, so that's more than enough. As there comes Liv Morgan with as the audience, they can't decide on which side they are. I mean, they enjoy the match, but on which side they're on. I mean, they enjoy both of these women, and respectfully so, as Liv successfully cashed in Money in the Bank on Ronda Rousey a couple of months ago. And, well, since then she's on a roll. She is the women's champion, and, well, since the first match I saw of Liv Morgan, I saw her potential, and it's great that she could use her potential to become SmackDown woman, not just Miss Money in the Bank, but also women's champion.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha-Silver. And introducing the champion from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan.
And there's something special in the air these days when the SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
Yeah, of course, Corey. You all know everybody know how stacked the SmackDown women's rosters. We have established former multiple champs with Sasha Banks, with Bayley, with Charlotte Flair, but also we have upcoming stars like Tegan Nox, like Shotzi. We have veterans like Natalya, Tamina. I mean, SmackDown has it all. The women's world. And also don't forget about Liv Morgan, of course. Yeah, or Ronda Rousey, huge head scissor there from Liv Morgan to Sasha Banks. Face first goes Sasha Banks to the ground, and punches there, vicious punches from Liv Morgan. I forgot the attacks of Sasha Banks. And also don't forget Sasha Banks and Bayley attacked the champion Liv Morgan after the match, after the win for Liv and Tegan earlier this week on SmackDown. Which storms there from Liv to the champ. Will this be enough to the challenger? But quick kick out by Sasha Banks. Liv can't believe it, but it would be unbelievable if she put Sasha away like this. Sasha now on the outside, as Liv tried to, I don't know, maybe lost it there. Angle got the better of her. Got sent into the barricade. Like it got the better of Ronda Rousey, who missing out on this great matchup, and the Women's Royal Rumble because of anger got the better of her. As Sasha Banks sent Liv Morgan to the barricade into steel steps, as both women get counted out. Referees at 3 already.
Oh, colliding with the barricade.
And again into the barricade, but Liv could avoid another painful Yuanagi into the barricade. Huge right hook up for both women back inside the ring. Huge clothesline. Shot on Larry, I even would say, from Lost. Huge kick there. Huge thrust kick. Look at Liv. Huge head scissor. As we start off strong, hopefully this will match Liv up to the hype. Huge kick there from Liv. I mean, there was no hype for Drew McIntyre and Austin Theory, and they put up a 5-star banger here tonight. So, yeah, just comes of moments. Look at this crossface there from Liv on Sasha Banks, but will it be enough to put the boss away with a variation of her own bank statement, you know? Elbow to the face of Liv there from the boss. Close eye. Look at the Matrix from Liv, made famous of course by the legendary Trish Stratus, who we will see at night 2 of the paper. We compete in the Women's Royal Rumble as Liv pays respect to her. Which head scissor. Shown off her agility. As goes on the cover, will it be enough? Nope. Challenger kicks out. But how's Liv chopped off them? I mean, usually she's very smart, so she should know that it can't be enough to put her away. Face buster from Liv, or maybe she knows that she's doing everything wrong in this match so far, which Larry goes nowhere, and that it could have been enough. I mean, we saw with Siri with the unexpected roll-up, the the most devastating move in all of wrestling. Strike there from Liv. Yes, boss back inside the ring, so is Liv. Huge close and find its mark. As look at Banks, going for the bank statement. But will this be enough to make Liv tap? No, the rope saving Liv. As Liv in big trouble and get from bad to worse with the thrust kick there, but we're still in the early going, so yeah, and we know how tough Liv is, so yeah, kick to the midsection here from Banks. I mean, many people try to get the title away from Liv, and they all failed so far. Huge power bomb from Sasha Banks up on the apron, and down goes the boss with a beautiful but painful looking splash and also off the apron. As the ref counting out both, as ref had 2 already on the count here. Sasha Banks tried to get Liv, but Liv gets her instead. Huge right hook as left and right while the ref counting his continuous count. Huge anti-gooey there from Liv. Banks return to the ring as so's Liv. Huge lariat.
Those last hits rattled the champ. There's been plenty of action in this match, and the cost of that is really showing now.
Let's look at Banks, the back neck breaker. Good kicks and strikes from Sasha Banks. Cross kick goes nowhere, it's Liv avoiding it. And look at Liv. On the round with the head scissor. And Banks back to her feet, huge lariat. Finds its mark and, well, shin kick as well. As the crowd is so excited. And how can they? Possibility of dream matches. Liv successfully got the head scissor. And took much time, so I avoided the reversal, but nope.
And she's stunned in the corner.
So Liv got Sasha in the corner. And let's see what Liv can do from the middle. What bulldog! As Banks back to her feet though. And now back neck breaker combination by the boss. As the boss climbing to the top as the crowd is nuts. Beautiful diving cross body from Sasha Banks. Who's a huge fan of Eddie Guerrero, of the late great legendary Eddie Guerrero, which kicked to the back of Liv and Oblivion. A warning Oblivion, will this be enough? 1, 2, 3, it is, no it's not. Liv kicking up, but Banks kicking up, but I think her foot was also under the ropes, I'm not sure, but I think but I don't know if it was before or after the count. Stomp to the arm there from Liv. And look at this Meteora. But who are you rooting for? Sasha Banks of Monk, feel free to let us know in the live chat in the comments. Which Irish swoop there from Monks there to Liv. In the corner, so much force. Liv collects back neck break combination from the boss. But Liv with the reversal. Huge slap there to the boss. And they have for mat slam as well. As Liv now dragging Banks away from the ropes. As the boss could be in trouble. Goes in the cover, goes Liv. Will this be enough? 1, 2, 3. This, no, it's not. Banks kicking out Sasha kicking out at the last possible moment there. Huge slap right there from Liv. Face first goes Banks in the corner, knife edge chop. Sasha blocking it. Huge right hook there. But fast kick out counter. First time in the match, so it's Liv slap, but not the kicks of the champ. Look how the champ goes. But enjoys this. As Banks got swooped to the outside. Stomp there from Liv to the boss as the crowd might be a little bit more on Liv's side as the ref yet again has to count boss out while Liv goes on the submission on Sasha Banks and Banks taps out, but it doesn't matter, it's not a false count anywhere match, so it doesn't matter. What's that 2? As Liv blocking the punches but not the Meteora. So ref is at 3 already as Banks need to be careful because as you all know, title can only chance inside the ring with a pin or submission in a normal matchup. As huge toss there from Banks to Liv Morgan against the ring post. Ref's at 5, but Sasha Banks was sailing off the apron with the Santon. And it's Marcus. Ref has to restart the count, so he does. Liv yet again goes into the barricade. Huge right hook there from Banks. Goes up with a left one and another right one. So Ref continues his count. Like I said, Liv needs to be very, very careful to the last count. If she wants to become champion, and why shouldn't she want to? So of course, Banks goes to the top rope. Huge diving cross body finds its mark yet again in this matchup. Now, Banks with Lefts and rights there. Okay, to the midsection room for the DDT. And she delivers. But the kick out avoided by Morgan. Huge. Oblivion will spin up. 1, 2. Sweet it is. Liv retains. Wow, what a great end to the first night of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Wow, I can't believe it. What we've seen here tonight.
Superstar picks up a huge victory
Hey.
here tonight.
Yeah, indeed a huge win for Liv.
Michael.
That's how we enter first night of the pay-per-view, and you see the frustration boiling in the boss. But yeah, she failed tonight, and she came up close in this good matchup, and has to feel bad for her. But also don't forget, she still got another chance at night 2 of the pay-per-view in the Women's Royal Rumble. So I hope you check out the night 2 of the pay-per-view, and we won't be only see the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches, but like I already said, we see other title matches, like was world title matches for the WWE Championship from Bella vs. Ziggler, the Super Sweat match for the heated Super Sweat match between the Raw Women's Champion, the EST Bianca Belair, and her challengers Asuka and Reckoning. Also the NXT title matches. NXT World Championship will be defended. Desi Senior against Tommaso Ciampa, who injured and took a title away from him. And don't forget the North American Championship and this intense and heated rivalry between Desmond Jr. and Big Sash, the champion, who beat Jr. for the title. Also we have the NXT Women's Championship to be defended between the champion Ember Moon and the challenger from Raw, the Women's Championship, one of the Women's Tag Team Championship from Raw and SmackDown, and Rhea Ripley, because of the intense rivalry she has with Ember Moon. And don't forget and her Demon Family, who injured her teammate Nikki ASH. Also don't forget the heated rivalry between Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai against the NXT Women's Tag Team Champion Candice and Nightmare. Might find an end or continue with at night 2 with their title match. So hope you check it out, and hope you had much fun and enjoyment as I had at the night 1 at the Royal Rumble. And well, what shocker we had, what great moments we had, and what fantastic matches we had. So hope you enjoyed it, and we see each other tonight 2 of the pay-per-view as well.